Psalm 139, verse 13, and 14, and 15, and 16. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. How precious to me are your thoughts, O God. How vast is the sum of them. Were I to count them, they would outnumber the grains of sand. When I awake, I am still with you. Cory, these words may have been written by King David long ago, but they are as fresh and real to me as if I wrote them myself. One day in 1996, the Lord spoke to me during my praying for this unborn child in my womb. He very clearly spoke into my soul that this child within me was fearfully and wonderfully made. I was so impressed by his presence speaking this to me that I actually wrote it in my Bible, marking the day in the margins. Little did I know that indeed, Cory, you were very much fearfully and wonderfully made. Some days, however, you seemed more fearful than wonderful. Like the day I watched you carefully calculate the consequences of biting your older brother while he peacefully watched TV and decided that a tasty chunk of your brother's skin would be well worth the discipline you would get. You even marched yourself into your room, not waiting for me to get to you to dish out your discipline. Or the day you stuck chocolate chips up your nose, as far as they would go, only to come out after my tearful pleas to God to help. My reward? Nasty chocolate chips sneezed out into my hands. Or the day you got your bare butt stuck in a small stepping stool and were running around the house screaming while your brother chased you around trying to put Vaseline on it to help squish you out of your wooden trap. I still don't know how you managed to get yourself stuck in that. Mind you, we do know that you like tight places, whether it was the freezers in the freezer section at the grocery stores, or a huge container of bouncing balls that was almost floor to ceiling at Walmart, night tables at hotels, or even the pulpit at our church. You were notorious for hiding and getting stuck. You were also known to like to blow things up, be it potatoes in Costa Rica or firecrackers in Canada. You were so fearfully made that you seemed to even forget which way to put the firecrackers in the ground, ended up running around in the dark, trying not to get hit by them while they were firing off. Fearfully, yes. The Lord made you fearfully, but you have shown little fear in your life. Whether it was starting to preach at 7 years of age with one of your first messages being on the consequences of rejecting Jesus and going to hell. I thought for sure I would be fired for allowing my 7-year-old to preach and choosing to preach on the topic of hell. But by the grace of God, I didn't get fired, as the congregation actually said they liked your preaching better than mine. You showed little fear when it came to going to Zambia and working among children and adults who were HIV positive and even sick with AIDS. Fearless when helping to write a book to raise funds for orphans in Southeast Asia after the tsunami hit in 2006. Hit the ground, you hit the area of our world wherever you went, inspiring people to serve, inspiring even a team to go and deliver your funds to the children in Sri Lanka. Fearless when moving to Costa Rica, leaving your friends and family behind to try to live in a country so different from your own. Fearless when moving to Haiti, a country of continual crisis and conflict, making a new life yet again. Fearless when leaving Haiti and your family to do it all over again in USA, with faith, but no funds, where you may look the same as an American, but with a Canadian accent and vocabulary. Being different is something you have never really been fearful about. Fearfully and wonderfully made. Yes, wonderfully at times. Wonderful in the way in which you love your family and especially watch out for your little sister. Wonderful in the way in which you respect your older brother and support him in his career goals. Wonderful in the way in which you reach out to others, particularly those that may be forgotten or not even noticed by the world of the church. The way in which you speak your mind and stand for what you believe in, making no apologies for doing so. Wonderful in the way in which you give so freely of what you have, looking for nothing in return. Wonderful in your servant heart, ready to help anyone in need. But most of all, wonderful in the way in which you worship and serve our Jesus. From the time you came out of my womb, you have never stopped praising him. Before you could even speak, you would lift up your hands to the sky, closing your eyes and just worship the one who created you so fearfully and wonderfully. Wonderful in how you would seek him in the quietness of your room as a little 4 or 5-year-old boy, asking Jesus to come close to you and even receive visions from him. Wondering how you would point others, wonderful in how you would point others towards him as the way, the truth, and the life, as you traveled near and far, giving testimony of the reality of his death and resurrection. We praise God that you are, Cory, indeed fearfully and wonderfully made. We wouldn't change you or want you to be anything other than who you are created to be. You are our son, our joy, our delight, our treasure, and our blessing. So, on this special occasion, we congratulate you on all you are and all that you have achieved. We are so very, very proud of you. Bon dia, béni ou, nous remet ou en pile. Love you, Cory.